And now, hidden from sight for over 2 millennia, ancient steps have been unveiled at the renowned ancient pool of Siloam in Jerusalem, a site of profound significance in both the New and Old Testaments.
Recently, Israel announced a shocking revelation discovered from the depths of the ancient Siloam pool, where an extraordinary event once occurred. It was where Jesus restored the sight of a blind man. But what mysterious wonders might be concealed within this archaeological gem? Join us as we dive into the terrifying findings surrounding what the Israeli government just found in the Pool of Siloam. The unknowns of the Pool of Siloam. The Pool of Siloam, situated in Jerusalem's historic district known as the City of David, bears considerable historical and religious significance. Its origins can be traced back around 2,700 years to the 8th century BC. This pool formed part of an intricate water system devised by the ancient residents of Jerusalem, drawing water from the Gihon spring via a network of channels and tunnels to ensure a steady water supply for the city. In the Gospel of John within the New Testament, the Pool of Siloam is renowned for a miraculous event, wherein Jesus healed a blind man by instructing him to cleanse himself in its waters. This occurrence has heightened the pool's religious importance among Christians. Over the centuries, the Pool of Siloam has served as a crucial water source for the inhabitants of Jerusalem, fulfilling both practical and ceremonial roles. Excavations in the vicinity have unearthed remnants of the ancient pool, providing insights into its construction and utilization in antiquity. Today, the Pool of Siloam remains a focal point for archaeologists, historians, and pilgrims alike, offering glimpses into Jerusalem's rich history and religious significance. Smart engineers in Jerusalem created an amazing water system. They built the Gihon spring, which sent water flowing into the Pool of Siloam. This pool became crucial for providing water to the people. They constructed tunnels beneath the ground to direct the water and transform the pool into the 9th part of the Book of John. During the 5th century AD, Empress Osiah was deeply moved by a biblical account narrating Jesus' miraculous healing of a man at a sacred pool. This inspired her to commission the construction of a grand church nearby as a tribute to these extraordinary events. However, despite their best efforts, uncertainty lingered regarding whether this church precisely occupied the historic site of the Pool of Siloam mentioned in the story. Hidden treasures of the Pool of Siloam. In June 2004, while conducting maintenance work on a water pipe in the City of David, archaeologists Ronnie Reich and Eli Shukron stumbled upon a remarkable discovery. They unearthed 2 ancient stone steps leading to a vast pool. This pool, an impressive 225 feet in length, offered a breathtaking view overlooking the Tyropoeon Valley. Discovering something like this is akin to stumbling upon a treasure trove from the era of Jesus. It's like peeling back layers of time to reveal a glimpse of history in its entirety. The Pool of Siloam is talked about in both the Old and New Testaments of the Bible. It's like a secret treasure mentioned in ancient stories from different times in history. This structure, as mentioned in 2 Kings chapter 20 verse 20, was built roughly 2,700 years ago during the reign of King Hezekiah. He undertook its construction as an essential component of the city's water management system. It's fascinating to think about how ancient societies, without the aid of modern technology, engineered solutions to ensure access to clean water for their communities. It provides us with a glimpse into the ingenuity and resourcefulness of civilizations from the distant past. Initially, people who come to visit will have the opportunity to watch as the archaeologists continue their work. As time goes on, the pool will become open for tourists to explore. It will be included as a stop along a path that begins from the southernmost point in the City of David and concludes at the Western Wall. This journey will offer a chance to delve into the rich history of the area, from its ancient beginnings to its modern significance. This digging project is happening right inside the ancient walls of Jerusalem National Park. It's supported by the City of David Foundation, which means they're helping fund it. We're uncovering secrets from the past right here in this historical park. The foundation helps with different things like teaching, exploring ancient sites, and buying land in East Jerusalem. They want to make sure there's a Jewish community in a place where most people are Palestinian. King Hezekiah made sure the city had enough water by doing something clever. He built a special tunnel called Hezekiah's Tunnel. Hezekiah's Tunnel is an ingenious tunnel which diverted water from the Gwan Spring to the southern part of the city. Exploring a cave dating back to Canaanite times in Jerusalem led to an intriguing revelation. Deep within the city's confines, archaeologists unearthed a meandering passageway that linked the Gihon Spring to the renowned Pool of Siloam in the south. This remarkable connection was established during an era marked by the prevalent use of bronze, which further enhances the historical significance of this ancient site with captivating details. But there was more to this tunnel than people at the time realized, as was with some other tunnels and caves at the time. The fascinating Canaanite Cave. Deep underground, there's a series of winding tunnels known as the Canaanite Cave. These tunnels were built a long time ago by ancient people called the Canaanites. Instead of being just ordinary tunnels, they were like secret pathways hidden beneath the Earth's surface. This tunnel was built a long time ago during the Middle Bronze Age, showing how clever people were back then. It's amazing to think about how they managed to build such a thing without modern tools. This tunnel is a testament to the incredible skills and determination of our ancestors, and it makes us appreciate them even more. The Canaanite Tunnel is a remarkable example of how skilled the Canaanites were at building things like tunnels. It was created a long time ago, way back in 29 AD. In that same year, Jesus had a really important talk with some religious leaders called the Pharisees while he was in Jerusalem. It was a big deal. What made these tunnels special was their purpose. They were used to carry water to the farms in the Kidron Valley. The Kidron Valley was a fertile area where farmers grew crops. But to keep the soil rich and the plants healthy, they needed water, and lots of it. So the Canaanites created this elaborate system of tunnels to bring water from one place to another. It is like a hidden plumbing system, but instead of pipes, they use natural passages in the rock. This way, they could ensure that the farms in the valley always had enough water to grow their crops. Researchers argued the precise time when it was built, but most believe it originated during the significant Canaanite era. The tunnel's intelligent layout, featuring carefully positioned openings, allowed for effective distribution of water to support farming needs. It serves as evidence of the remarkable achievements of ancient societies. People long ago did incredible things, like carving tunnels through solid rock, as seen in the Canaanite Tunnel. It shows how well they planned and how skilled they were in creating structures. The intentional creation of the tunnel, which diverted water from the Gihon Spring to hydrate fields, demonstrates the profound knowledge of water management and the strong dedication to agriculture shown by ancient civilizations. Hezekiah's tunnel was built later to make the water system better. On the other hand, the Canaanite cave probably existed before Hezekiah's tunnel. Together, these two places tell us about a time before Jerusalem had strong walls. They give us clues about how clever ancient societies were at building things. But interestingly, details surrounding how the lost pool of Siloam was rediscovered have remained rather shrouded in mystery. Rediscovering the lost pool of Siloam and its many secrets. Canaanite caves hold a significant place in the history and culture of ancient civilizations, particularly those of the Canaanites who inhabited the Levant region, including modern-day Israel, Palestine, Lebanon, and parts of Syria and Jordan. These caves were used by the Canaanites for various purposes, including as shelters, storage spaces, and places of worship. They were carved into the soft limestone hillsides characteristic of the region and provided natural protection from the elements and potential invaders. One of the most famous Canaanite caves is the Cave of the Patriarchs, also known as the Cave of Machpelah, located in the city of Hebron. According to religious tradition, this cave is believed to be the burial site of Abraham, Sarah, Isaac, Rebekah, Jacob, and Leah, making it a revered site for Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike. Throughout history, Canaanite caves have witnessed the rise and fall of numerous civilizations, including the Canaanites themselves. Today, Canaanite caves continue to be of archaeological and cultural significance, attracting scholars, tourists, and pilgrims interested in exploring the rich history of the region and its diverse cultural heritage. The new discoveries show that the tunnel was heavily used and played a big role during that incredible period in history. This gives us valuable insights into how people lived and what they achieved in ancient times. In 2005, the lost pool of Siloam was found again. It all started in the fall of 2004, when workers from the David Foundation were digging up sewers. They were following directions from archaeologists Eli Shukron and Ori Orbach, who worked for the Israel Nature and Parks Authority. As they dug deeper, they stumbled upon stone steps that appeared to be from the time of the Second Temple. It was an incredible rediscovery that amazed everyone involved. Further archaeological explorations, led by researchers Eleli Shukron and Ronnie Reich, in collaboration with the Israel Antiquities Authority, confirmed this idea. They made a significant discovery and shared it with the public on August 9, 2005, attracting considerable attention from media outlets worldwide. During their excavations, they found something remarkable: a large pool measuring 225 feet wide, with steps on at least 3 sides. However, a part of the pool remained untouched for nearly 20 years, because the land above it belonged to a nearby Greek Orthodox church, which used it as an orchard called the King's Garden, as mentioned in the book of Nehemiah in the Bible. Archaeologists Eli Shukron and Ronnie Reich were very sure about their incredible find of the Siloam pool. Shukron explained that when they uncovered it 4 months ago, they were completely certain it was the Siloam pool. They connected this pool to the Temple Mount, which helped them understand the whole system better. During the excavation, they discovered a channel that was still bringing water to this huge 50-meter pool, and they had already dug down 10 meters into the ground. This discovery is truly fascinating because it tells us more about how ancient people managed water and its connection to important religious places. The sureness of the discovery is supported by old stories that suggest where the pool might be, and it matches the place they dug. Additionally, they found pieces of old pots, a cork from a stone bottle, and coins from a long time ago, some even from about 50 years before Christ was born. All these things make them even more certain that they've found the famous Siloam pool. Even though it's not exactly a perfect rectangle, it has a shape kind of like a stretched-out trapezoid. This amazing discovery involves 3 sets of 5 steps, with 2 leading to a platform before reaching the bottom. Some believe these steps were made to suit different water levels. Originally, the pool was lined with plaster to hold water. There are clues suggesting an earlier version before it was lined with stone. Coins from the time of Alexander Janus were found stuck in the plaster, giving us the earliest known date for when the pool was built or rebuilt. Interestingly, there was another pool from the Byzantine period that was thought to be the same as the Siloam pool. Both pools were filled from the same spring, called the Gihon Spring, but where the water source for the newly discovered pool came from is still a mystery. It's like solving a real-life puzzle from ancient times. The archaeologist Shukrun pointed out that we still don't know how the water got into the new pool they found. He talked about the Hezekiah Tunnel and the pool, but said we need to dig more to find the answers, which we're planning to do in 2023. The area that hadn't been dug up before was uncovered during excavations led by Nashon Zanton from the Israel Antiquities Authority. In a recent conversation with the Los Angeles Times, James Charlesworth, a new scholar from Princeton Theological Seminary, discussed this intriguing discovery. He mentioned that some researchers previously doubted the existence of the Siloam pool, suggesting that it might have been a symbolic concept rather than a physical location described in ancient texts. A recent uncovering has disclosed that the freshwater reservoir used by individuals visiting Jerusalem for purification rituals before entering the temple was larger than previously understood. It stretched out for 225 feet in length and boasted 3 levels of stairs on 3 sides, making it convenient for people to access. This revelation adds depth to our understanding of ancient practices and sheds light on the way people conducted themselves in those times. Surprisingly, it also provides insights into life in one of the most ancient civilizations that there was in Israel's history. Terrifying Secrets of the Ancient City of David. Zev Orenstein, a dedicated advocate for the preservation and exploration of historical sites, particularly within the ancient city of David in Jerusalem, holds a deep conviction about the timeless importance of these endeavors. As the head of international affairs at the City of David Foundation, Orenstein fervently believes in the significance of unearthing relics and unraveling the mysteries of the past that lie beneath the earth's surface. The ancient City of David, nestled within the heart of Jerusalem, serves as a tangible link to our collective history. Its prominence in religious texts further amplifies its significance, elevating it to a revered status among believers and historians alike. Orenstein passionately asserts that delving into the depths of this ancient city isn't merely an academic pursuit. It's an essential journey that illuminates our shared human story. Central to Orenstein's advocacy is the recognition of the profound connection between people of different faiths and cultures with Jerusalem throughout the ages. He emphasizes that archaeological excavations, such as those uncovering treasures like the Pool of Siloam and the Pilgrimage Road, serve as poignant reminders of this enduring bond. Through the excavation of these sites, tangible evidence emerges, solidifying the intricate relationship between Jews, Christians, and Jerusalem across centuries. Moreover, Orenstein stresses that this connection isn't solely reliant on religious belief, but is firmly grounded in historical authenticity. The artifacts unearthed through meticulous excavation efforts provide tangible proof of the rich heritage shared by these communities, reinforcing the city's profound significance in history. By embracing archaeological evidence, Orenstein seeks to bridge the gap between faith and fact, offering a compelling narrative that resonates with believers and skeptics alike. In times when doubts may arise regarding the authenticity of religious texts, Orenstein sees archaeological exploration as a beacon of truth. By uncovering physical evidence buried beneath layers of time, doubts are dispelled, and faith is reaffirmed. He argues that the tangible artifacts unearthed in Jerusalem offer a unique opportunity to engage with our heritage in a tangible and meaningful way, transcending mere belief and providing irrefutable proof of our shared history. One of the most captivating discoveries in recent years is the Pool of Siloam, a site steeped in biblical significance. This ancient pool, mentioned in religious texts, holds a special place in the hearts of believers. Its discovery, initially sparked by the unearthing of steps during routine maintenance in 2004, captured the imagination of archaeologists and historians alike. Subsequent excavations, led by esteemed professors, revealed the extent of this remarkable site. The Pool of Siloam, once hidden beneath layers of history, emerged as a testament to ancient engineering and cultural significance. Its expansive size and intricate design, featuring surrounding steps for people to sit and enjoy the water, paint a vivid picture of life in ancient Jerusalem. At its peak, the pool spanned an astonishing 114 acres, adorned with beautiful stonework that speaks to the craftsmanship of its creators. The significance of the Pool of Siloam extends beyond its physical attributes. It holds a profound spiritual significance as well. According to biblical accounts, it was here that Jesus performed a miraculous healing, restoring sight to a blind man. This narrative adds another layer of depth to the site, emphasizing its role as a sacred space where faith and history intersect. Zev Orenstein concluded that advocacy for archaeological exploration in the ancient city of David is rooted in a deep appreciation for our shared human history and the enduring connections that bind us together. Through his efforts, he seeks to unearth the treasures of the past, shedding light on the mysteries that lie beneath the surface. In doing so, he invites us to embark on a journey of discovery, where faith and fact converge, and the story of Jerusalem unfolds before our eyes. But from the ancient tales of the fabled city of Jerusalem, one story particularly stands out. And that's the story concerning the sacred pool of Jerusalem. The stunning rise and fall of Jerusalem's sacred pool. In the days when the powerful Roman Empire ruled and battles were fought, the Romans, wanting to control more land, came to Jerusalem in 70 AD and caused a lot of damage. Sadly, one of the things destroyed was the second version of the pool. But the pool's story doesn't end there. During the time of Jewish king Alexander Janus, who ruled from about 103 to 76 BC, the pool underwent changes. Coins showing the king's face hint that during his reign, the pool might have been repaired and made beautiful again. Imagine people from different parts of Jerusalem coming together at the pool, seeking relief from the hot weather, laughing and playing in the water. As the years passed, the pool saw many changes and witnessed the rise and fall of empires. Before Jerusalem fell to the Romans, some ancient coins were found, dating from around 66 to 70 AD. These coins show that the pool still existed during the uncertain times before the Roman army attacked the city. After the Romans destroyed the city, a new chapter began for the pool. Sometime between 400 and 460 AD, people built a third version of the pool. This new pool, located just 200 yards from the previous one, brought hope to a city that had suffered so much. Its construction marked a new beginning for Jerusalem, a time when the city tried to recover and rebuild after the war. The discovery of this third pool not only showed what life was like in ancient Jerusalem, but also helped us understand historical stories, like those found in the Gospel of St. John. People have read these stories for a long time, but they were unsure if they were true or just myths. However, with each new discovery, the stories in the Bible seem more real, giving us a glimpse into the lives of people who lived thousands of years ago. Recently, archaeologists found a set of 8 steps leading into the Pool of Siloam, adding another layer to its fascinating history. As they carefully dug and examined the area, they realized how big the pool was. It covered an area as large as 2 Olympic swimming pools. This shows us how skilled the people of ancient Jerusalem were at building such amazing structures. Zev Orenstein was involved in the excavation work. He is very passionate about uncovering the secrets of Jerusalem's past. To him, each new discovery is like finding a treasure, a way to connect with the people who lived long ago. As he watched the summer months pass and more artifacts were found, he felt a sense of excitement and wonder. The discovery of new stairs moment in their journey. It showed how much progress they had made in uncovering Jerusalem's hidden treasures. But what's most interesting about the pool is its religious significance. For many years, pilgrims would come to the pool to cleanse themselves before visiting the Temple Mount. It was an important ritual, a way to purify themselves before entering a sacred place. In the Bible, the Pool of Siloam is mentioned in the Gospel of St. John. This story has inspired many discussions among Christians. For them, finding evidence of the pool's existence is very meaningful. It strengthens their belief in the stories of the Bible and helps them feel a deeper connection to their faith. As the day comes to an end, the pool stands silently, reminding us of the passage of time and the resilience of people. Its waters hold memories of days long gone, waiting to be discovered by those who seek to learn more about the past. But the secrets of the sacred Pool of Siloam have remained largely a mystery. Shocking finds at the Pool of Siloam. In 2004, when archaeologists found the real Pool of Siloam, it caused quite a stir. Many people saw it as potential validation that the stories in the Bible were historically accurate. Christians, in particular, saw this discovery as substantial evidence supporting their beliefs. It was like finding a missing piece of a puzzle that confirmed what they already believed. However, not everyone was quick to accept this interpretation. There were skeptics who urged caution and critical thinking. They reminded people that just because an archaeological site matches a biblical description, it doesn't necessarily mean that every supernatural event in the Bible actually happened. They encouraged thoughtful consideration rather than blind acceptance. So for believers, the Pool of Siloam holds significant meaning. It symbolizes the power of Jesus especially the story of him healing a blind man at that location. But for skeptics, it serves as a reminder to approach religious claims with skepticism and critical thinking. In any case, it's a topic that fosters thought and discussion, which is always valuable. Exploring other special pools in Jerusalem like the Bethesda pool shows how important they are in stories from the Bible where extraordinary healings happened. These pools tell us about Jesus' incredible ability to heal both body and soul, showing how much he cares and underlining the deep spiritual lessons he taught. This miracle at the Siloam pool is just one example of his remarkable deeds. During Jesus' time, the Siloam pool was a stunning place. It had beautiful paved stones and was used as a special bath for people who were on their way to the temple. This pool was located along the Pilgrim's Road in the city of David. It was a very important place because it was where an incredible miracle, as described by John the Apostle in the Bible, happened. In the story, Jesus met a man who was blind from birth. His disciples wondered why the man was blind, and Jesus explained that it wasn't because of any sin, but rather to show God's power through him. Jesus then made some mud with his spit, put it on the man's eyes, and told him to wash in the Siloam pool. When the man did as Jesus said, he miraculously regained his sight. This miracle shows how Jesus can change lives completely and highlights his role as the light of the world, as mentioned in the Gospel of John. In Christian belief, water is very important, symbolizing cleansing and renewal, like spiritual rebirth through baptism. So, the Pool of Siloam becomes even more meaningful within this religious context. The Pool of Siloam is super important in Christian tradition. People go on trips to visit it, hoping to learn more about history and grow spiritually. The water in the pool is like a real link to amazing events, making believers feel really connected to their faith. It's not just something from the past. The Pool of Siloam is like a main place for Christians, known for its connection to incredible healings. Even though some people might want proof, believers get their strength from their strong faith. The Pool of Siloam shows that God is there and that believers have strong beliefs that last. It gets people thinking about big mysteries and shows how powerful spiritual experiences can be. The Pool of Siloam is very special. It's not just any old pool. It's got a lot of meaning behind it. For people who believe in certain stories and traditions from long ago, this pool is like a window into the past. It's like feeling a part of history when they see it. And there's something written nearby that tells us about how hard our ancestors worked to build things. It's like a message from them, showing us how clever they were back then. So when we look at the Pool of Siloam, we're not just looking at water. We're looking at something that connects us to ancient times, to stories that people have believed in for generations, and to the amazing abilities of the people who came before us. Historians have been amazed by this ancient pool. They're fascinated by its secrets, especially the mystery surrounding the Siloam pool. Exploring it is like going on an exciting journey through time. You'll learn about ancient religions, hear stories of miracles, and marvel at the incredible abilities of our ancestors. Amidst the rubble and relics, it is not merely the artifacts themselves that hold significance, but the stories they tell and the mysteries they unravel. The revelation of Jesus restoring sight to a blind man within the hallowed waters of Siloam adds yet another layer to its lore, sparking wonder and contemplation about the interplay between faith, history, and the human experience. As we gaze into the depths of the Pool of Siloam, we are reminded of the timeless quest to unearth truth and meaning from the sands of time. It is a journey marked by curiosity, perseverance, and a reverence for the mysteries that lie beneath a journey that continues to inspire and intrigue generations to come. What do you find the most intriguing about the Pool of Siloam? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe